Okay guys, welcome to Monday. Hope you've had a good weekend. So we're going to film today's session. Today you're going to need a set of dumbbells if you want to do the weighted options. If not, we can do everything body weight. We also need a bench because we're doing tricep dips, so I've got a chair there. Other than that, make sure you've got sensible trainers on. Area is clear, we don't want to be stepping on any Lego bricks. And we will start with our calf warm up. So, normal calf warm up onto the bench or a wall, and we're going to walk our calves. So, we're going to do 10 with our toes straight, and then we're going to turn our toes in, and we're going to do 10 with our toes in. And then we're going to turn our heels in, just so we hit every angle. Awesome. Okay. And then we have our static hold. So we're going to press the toe into the wall, heel on the floor, and then we're going to push into that. To stretch those calf muscles out and changing foot. Awesome. Okay guys, just be aware any injuries you have, please take the option that you need to be taken. And we'll start with our warm-up. So for our warm-up, just to go through the exercises quickly, we have high knees, or we can take the option of having a high march. Then we have spotty dogs. Option for these is just pushing back. Nice low option. I have a foot injury, so I will be doing this option. Then we have jumping jacks. Again, we can scale that down to half jacks. And then we have our funky body twist. Again, if you can't put the jump in, we are just twisting. So we have 10 seconds on, 10 off, and we will go in 1 second. So we're going to go in 10 and we're going to start our warm up. So remember to take the options that are appropriate for you. So we're getting nice and warm with our high knees. Remember, nice and high with those knees. Good, 10 seconds rest. Now we have spotty dogs. So remember, your option for this is just the push back. Otherwise, we're taking the high option. Next exercise will be jumping jacks. Going in 5. Keeping it going. 10 seconds rest. Time to put your hair scrunchie back in. Awesome. Body twists. Good. So we're going to go through that once more. So I'm feeling warm, so you guys should be. 10 seconds rest, we're back into the spotty dogs. From the side it looks like this. Arms nice and high. Should be nice and warm. Bit of a cardio warm up, and it's more of a strength session on the main warm up today. Okay, last exercise. Back into those body twists. So remember, we've got the low option, or we can put the jump in. Good going, guys. Grab yourselves a drink. I definitely need one. And then we're going to go into our full body mobility. So a normal drill, so start with the left arm, do some arm circles back. And bringing that forward. Good, changing arms. So the right arm goes back this time. And forwards again. Great stuff. We're going to open that chest now. So we're going to open that chest. Nice and long. Those arms. Good. Alright, so we're going to move on to the side obliques now. So moving on to here. So we're just going to down the side of our knees, back up. Just stretching them out nice and slowly. No rushing. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to take that into a twist, so our hips stay forward, arms come in line with our shoulders, and we are just twisting out the top torso. Good. And then we have our hip rolls, just to loosen up that pelvic area. So we're going one way and the other. And then do the same with our knees. So we're going to warm the knees up. Make sure they're all nice and stiff. Back the other way. And then we are doing our ankles and our wrists. Changing. Good. So then we've got a nice big leg kick, so hold it onto the side. we're going to kick our legs backwards and forwards, nice and long. So we're going to do 10 on this leg, and then we're going to turn around and we're going to do 10 on the other leg. So sorry for the view. Good, we should be ready to go. Alright, going to reset the timer. So today we have one exercise for lower body and one circuit for upper body. We're going to do each circuit 3 times through. Timing is 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. I'll just quickly go through all the exercises and then I'll demo them again when we get to them. So the first exercise, you can do this with or without weight. So I'm going to do it with weight, but you're welcome to do just body weight squat. So your feet are hip width distance, toes are slightly turned out, and we're going to come down nice and low to the floor and push back up. So nice and low, push back up. That is our body weight squat. Obviously we can do without the weight. We then have walking lunges. So when we get into that lunge position, we are at 90-90 in our front leg and our back leg. Pushing up from the floor, this is the position that we want to be in. Notice my feet are not together. If I was together, I'm going to lose my balance. So imagine you're on train tracks in your lunge position, and we're going to walk forwards, lunging as far as your room will allow. Mine won't allow me very far. This is your walking lunge. If you can't lunge, we're going to take it out of the knees. We're going to grab those weights and we're going to do a deadlift. So we're still working the glutes, but we're taking it out of the knees. We then have our curtsy squat. So hands to chest, our leg is going to come behind and we're going to squat down. So like you're curtsying to the Queen. You're going to target the side of your glutes rather than the back like we always target. And that's your curtsy squat. We then have a 3-step squat. So like we've done in the gym before, we're going to get into a nice low squat and we're going to step to the side. We're not going to come out of that low squat. We're going to keep down. If your knees need it, you can obviously do a static squat or you can come up a little bit higher. And that is your 3-step side squat. We then have reverse lunges. Again, with or without the weight, it's entirely up to you. It's just the same that we were doing with the walking, except we're just stepping back. Knee nice and low to the floor. Again, if you can't lunge, we're going to change that to a glute bridge pulse. So your weights are on your hips, heels are near your bum, and we're going to push up and we're going to pulse. So again, that's going into your glute area without any pressure on your knees. And then our last exercise is going to be our wall sit. So nice and low. Make sure you haven't got a hoover above your head. And we're just going to sit for the full 40 seconds. Our second circuit is press up. So we have press up. So your wrists are in line with your shoulders. We're going to come down, chest through your hands and back up. If you need to, we can do this on the wall. So you can lean against the wall, do your press up on a wall or a higher surface to make it easier for you. We then have our tricep dips. This is where the bench comes into play. So we're going to have our bum nice and close to the bench. our fingers are pointing outwards. Elbows are nice and tucked in. We're going to launch down and back up again. So I want you to keep that bum nice and close. We don't want you coming out and doing this, that's just going to go in your shoulders. So nice and close with those triceps. We then have our renegade row. So this is with or without weights as well. So we are getting into that plank position. So we can do this full plank or knee plank. And we're going to row those dumbbells into your hips. If you don't have weight, we can still do it. We just lift those hands up. Again, you can do it on your knees, depending on your option. We then have crunches. So good old crunches, laying down, hands to temples, not behind your head, and we have a small crunch up. Making sure you try and raise those toes, so we try and take some of the hip flexor movement out of that crunch. We then have our V-sit hold. Nice V-sit, shoulders nice and back, or we can take one of our weights and do a Russian twist. So you have a few versions there that you can do. And then we have finally a dead bug. So legs are 90-90, arms are above you. You're going to take your right leg and your left arm. So right leg and left arm, and they're both going to extend out and coming back in. Then we take the opposite, coming back in all the time. I want that lower back pulled into the floor, that belly button into your back. So it's a nice slow movement. It's not fast. This is not going to do anything, okay? So it's a nice time under tension movement. And there you have it. So that's all the exercises that we're going through. So as I said before, each round we're doing 3 times through. Each exercise 40 seconds and 20 seconds off. And let's do it. So set the timer, grab a drink. Body weight squats, first exercise. So remember, coming down nice and low, using those weights if you have them. You can hold them up in a goblet position, or you can hold them by your sides, depending what's more comfortable for you. Keep it going. Whew. That is a long time, 40 seconds. Okay. So we have our walking lunges. So 20 seconds rest. So I'll be walking towards the camera and back again. And then I'll demonstrate the deadlift again. Okay. So nice and low to the floor. Making sure that front knee does not come over your toes, so you're not coming forward, we're going down. And then obviously if we can't lunge, we're going to take it into that weighted deadlift. Keeping that back nice and flat, so we're hip hinging down just to knee level, and then back up, squeezing at the top. Good. Alright, so 20 seconds rest. We're now going into those curtsy squats. Remember, we're curtsying to the Queen. Going 5, timer. So coming right round the back. The toe of your back leg should be facing the front when we've come round. If you can. And then we're just squatting straight down. So from the side. Keep it going, 10 seconds. Awesome. So we've got our little side steps, so our low squats, side steps coming up next. To take the rest. Whew. So going in 5. So nice and low. 3 little walks over. 3 little walks back. If you can get even lower, even better. Ten seconds to go. Ooh, shaking those legs out. We now have our reverse lunge, so without a weight again. I'll do it with a weight. So we've got our reverse lunge. Remember, nice wide legs so that you don't lose your balance. So reverse lunging back. Okay. So my physio said I can't do lunges, so I'm going to take the glute bridge option. So come with me if you need to. Nice pulsing at the top. Still working the same muscles. Good. And then we have our wall sit. So I'm going to fight with the Hoover. Then in 5, I'm going to hold the thing for 40 seconds. Pushing yourself back into that wall. Just sitting down. Legs are 90-90. And we're really going to start to feel this in our thighs. 22 seconds. Time to get your breath back. Think happy thoughts. 5 seconds. Good going. Okay, so we're back to the top now. So we're back to those body weight squats, weighted or not weighted. So we've got the squats, we have the walking lunges, we have the curtsy squats, we have the 3 set squat, we have the reverse lunge, we have the wall sit. So let's do it again. Coming down nice and low, keeping that chest up, so we're not coming forwards, we're squatting and we're not coming forwards like this. Okay, so you just keep your chest nice and elevated, so you can do it without weight. Making sure we're a big squeeze of those glutes at the top. Alright. Walking lunges. I'm going to do a few to start you guys off, and then I'm going into the deadlift because of my foot. So we're walking forwards, and backwards. So these are your walking lunges. If you need to take your knees out of that option, we're going to do that deadlift. Nice flat back, shoulders back, squeezing those glutes at the top. Keep going on those lunges, guys. Keep it going. Only 3 seconds left. Awesome. Alright, so we're into those curtsy squats next. So remember, curtsy into the Queen. Remember to drink some water all the way through. It's a nice sweaty one. Thanks, Nicola. So curtsying all the way through. Again, your chest stays elevated. We don't want to be coming forwards with that chest. So using that core, keeping yourselves nice and stable. Nearly there. Good. That should be hitting the side of your glutes. You should feel a little bit of an ache there. And then we're going into our side step squats. Taking that rest, we will need it. Okay, we're coming down nice and low, and we are walking to the side for 3 and back. Early morning, probably hear the birds singing. It's a new day after our awesome weekends. Three, 2, and 1. Oh, shake those out. And then we have our reverse lunges. So remember, we're taking a leg back, so we're not walking this time, we're just going backwards, statically. Obviously if we've got our weights, we're going to use them. So nice and wide with your legs, so we're not on those train tracks. Nice 90-degree. How close can we get that knee to the floor, that back knee? Good. For those that need it, can't lunge, going into that glute bridge. Glute bridge pulse. Pushing out with your heels. Really getting that full hip extension at the top. Good stuff. And our wall sit. Prepare your legs, get them ready. Going in 5. Cool, so let's get in that 90-90. I'm just going to sit there, think about what great weekends we had. To feel that ache, feel that shake, that's a good thing, it means your muscles are working. I definitely am. Got 10 seconds to go yet. Wicked. Oh. So we're on our last round of the leg circuit. So we're going back to those body weight squats. Whew. I'm taking a drink. So back to our body weight squats. Remember, you can have a weight if you have them. Making sure we're pushing those bombs through so we come down, but we're tightening those glutes, but we're not coming through, so we're not hip extending, coming up and squeezing those glutes nice and tight at the top. Good. And next one, walking lunges. Again, I'll start you guys off with them so you know what you're doing. And then I'm going to take the lower option. Going in 3. Okay, so walking forwards, turning round, or walking as long as you can. Remember, we're not rushing it. We don't rush the lunges. That's how we hurt our knees. If we need the other option, we're going to do our hip hinge, shoulders back, core in, glutes nice and squeezed at the top again. Always got to target those booties. Good stuff. Then we have our curtsy squat for our next exercise. Well, I'm nice and warm, so you guys should be. Alright, so we're going to just nice and low, one leg behind the other. Oops. Keep it going. Obviously you can change this to a static squat if you find this too much of a challenge, or you can just hold on to the side. If that helps your balance, you'll feel it just as much. Good stuff. Okay, 3-step side squat. Remember, nice and low. We don't come out of that low squat for the whole 40 seconds. Really burning those quads. So nice and low. Good, I'm feeling the burn. Should be about 10 seconds to go. There we go, good guess. Ooh. Okay, next exercise, we have the reverse lunges. So static, reverse lunge. Last time we're going to do these. So again, start you guys off with your correct exercise, and then I'm going to scale it to my injury. So reverse lunge, nice and low to the floor. Awesome. Remember, you can use your weights. I'm going to do the glute bridge. Still as effective. It's not an excuse for a lie down though, guys. Take the option that you need. Awesome. And then we have our wall sit for the very last time. For today anyway. Pretty sure it's going to crop up again at some stage. Alright, just get into position. Remember, nice and low. pushing our back into that wall. We're not leaning like this either, guys, so that's not right. If I'm doing it right, you're doing it right. Quad should be slightly on fire by now. We have 10 seconds to go. I've got to set my watch. Well, let's see what half a workout gives us. Awesome, guys. So grab a drink. And then we go on to our upper body. It's the same setup. I went through the moves earlier in the video. 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 3 times through. We have another 6 exercises, but we've got all our focus this time upper and core. So if we're ready, we set the timer. Our first exercise is press ups. The knees or toes, entirely up to you. So making sure we push nice and forward before we come into that press up. Remember your wall option. You've also got the box option if you need to. Remember your neck is nice and in line, so we don't want your head hanging, and we don't want it up like this either, so make it nice and in line. Looking just a little bit in front of you, keeping those press ups going. Good stuff. And then got our tricep dips, so we need the bench now. If you don't have a bench, we can do our body weight option, which is your fingers are pointing towards your toes, lifting your hips, elbows coming back. This is not a hip dip, okay guys? So it's your triceps that are working, these bits. So that's your body weight option if you don't have a bench. Otherwise, we are on that bench and we are tricep dipping. Further away your feet are, I can't get my feet very far away, the harder it will be. So we're targeting this part of the arm. So if this isn't working, you need to either move your bum back or take your legs further away. We then have our renegade row. This is our plank position where we're lifting the dumbbells. Up to our hips. Remember, that is too much. We go on our knees, or if you don't have weight, we have the body weight option, which is still hard. Okay. Next exercise is our crunches. So we're into crunches. So remember, hands are by your temples and not behind your head. So it's just that small movement. Crunching up. If you find it easier, some people find it easier just to do a reach. To the knees. Remembering to breathe. Seconds. Good stuff. We've got a Russian twist or your V-sit hold. I'm going to take the Russian twist option. Feet on or off the floor. Or you can just hold your V-sit, remember? So nice and up. Nice V-sit hold. Or we have our Russian twist. So nice and slowly. People tend to rush these. The slower you go, the harder it is. Oh, feeling nice. Okay, so we're back to the press ups. Hear my elbow crunching. Hope you can't. Remember your box option. Or if you need it, you have incline press, or you can do it fully on a wall. And so get up the wall press up. We have these different options. Okay, so back to tricep dips on the bench, or our body weight option on the floor. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so ideally your feet are out nice and straight in front of you, coming down, but limited space. 'So guys, make sure your bum is not out here, because if it is, you're going to feel it way more in your shoulders, and that's not what we're aiming for. We're aiming for the back of the arms. I can definitely feel it. Whew. And we're back to those renegade rows, using those dumbbells. Three seconds. Remember your knee option. So if you get tired, come down to your knees for a couple, then you can go back into a full renegade row. And then we have our crunches. Again, with this option, or hands to temples. Just a small little crunch. Try and imagine you're bringing your ribs to meet your hips, rather than coming up. So, crunching. Nearly there. And then we have our V-sit hold or a Russian twist. torture what you want to do. We have 5 seconds to decide. Remember V-sit hold, shoulders nice and back, up, a nice 45-degree angle, or we have our Russian twist. Again, shoulders staying nice and back, keeping that 45-degree angle. We want to feed it in our obliques, the muscles that we warmed up earlier in our mobility. Oh, I missed out the dead bug last time. Alright, dead bug. Apologies, guys. So, starting position. Actually, let me. So, we are fully extending opposite arm, opposite leg. Really make sure that your bum and your back is locked into that floor. Nice slow movement. Awesome, back to press ups. Last round. Whew. Fully toned, upper and lower. Okay, so back to the press ups. Remember, coming forward, wrists in line with your shoulders. We're coming down. Elbows are coming 45. We're not a T shape. I'm sure you guys all know that by now. Good stuff. Back to the tricep dips on the bench. Okay, so bum nice and close. We'll make it harder. Bringing our legs out. It's not a hip dip either. Okay? Really want to make sure the back of the arms are working. Ten seconds. And then we are back to that renegade row with those dumbbells. Seconds. Shift this mat round again. Feet. Okay. It's a full plank. Remember your half plank option. Still bringing them into the hips. Ooh, toughie that one. Okay. And we have our crunches. breather. Let's go. Remember, we're not pulling on the neck. We are at the temples, but the abs are doing all the work. Exhaling at the top. Awesome. V-sit hold. Or your Russian twist. Grab my dumbbell. Ready to go. Okay, so nice and straight. Legs off if you want. Or if you're not doing the Russian twist option, we have the V-sit hold option. Again, feet on the floor, nice and flat with your back. And our last set of dead bugs. And we're done. So remove the mat. And get full extension. My arms and my legs. So 90 in your legs, so opposite arm, opposite leg. Requires a bit of concentration, but we want to go nice and slowly for this. You're going to feel it in your lower abs. Remember, you're sucking it in into the floor. Good. We are done. We're done, guys. Staying where you are, stretching out nice and long. Taking our cool down while we're on the floor. Excellent. Because we missed out that set of dead bugs. Okay, hugging your knees in. Going to circle them round. The other way. You take one leg to ceiling. Stretching out that hamstring, pulling it in as far as you can. Toes point to face. Crossing that leg over the bottom, bringing both in towards your chest. So getting that nice glute stretch. Good stuff. Other leg up to ceiling. Toe towards your face, pulling it into your chest as far as you can. Oh, I've picked up all sorts of hair from the floor. And again, crossing that over, pulling both of your legs into your chest. Good, when you're ready, feet back to floor. Coming up to a seated position. I want you to come over onto all fours. All fours. So we're going to push our belly to floor and our eyes are going to go to the ceiling. So it's going to stretch out those ab muscles and those back muscles at the same time. So we're going to reverse that Chin comes to chest and your belly goes to ceiling. It's a nice big cat stretch. Going to reverse that. Taking a nice deep breath. Again, taking that nice cat stretch. Good, then I want you to push out the palms of your hands, pushing your hips to the ceiling. So we're coming into a down dog position. So a nice triangle, and then we're just going to walk our feet just to stretch out those calves. And then we're going to slowly walk our hands into our feet. I'm just going to hang there just for a second, giving that extra stretch to the back of our legs. Then we're slowly going to roll up. The head is the last thing to come up. We'll take one arm across the chest. And the other arm. Taking that big tree in front of us, chin goes to chest, stretching out that upper back. And then we're going to reverse that. Hands to the back of our bum, and hello. Pushing our chest to ceiling. Good. And then we're going to clasp our fingers together, our palms are going to go to the floor, and take a nice deep breath. And then we're going to really stretch out, punching our bum, taking that tiny little back bend and releasing all that tension, ready for the day. So welcome to Monday. Hope you had a good workout. See you later.